Okay, let me show you what's trending in web design. Um, 2 years ago, the latest thing was responsive design, and everybody jumped on it. It seems that after that, the last year or so, the thing that jumps out, that's something new, and a lot of people are doing it, are static headers. So many popular websites use it. Um, Including Yahoo. So the navigation and the header area is static, and as you scroll down, as you can see, the header and the navigation doesn't move. It's always there. Um, if you look, if you try to find tutorials how to do this, there are two ways of accomplishing the task. Either by JavaScript or CSS. Of course, with JavaScript you can do more. For example, with the CSS, obviously the header and the navigation bar is not moving. But once you start moving downwards, it's pretty obvious that through a JavaScript they're adding this line at the bottom of the header. Um, most tutorials that you're going to find on Google about is with JavaScripts, which I don't prefer, although they look nicer. You might have certain animations to them. It's much easier to do with CSS. I will provide you with both methods with Artisteer templates. But just before moving that, let me show you a couple of more popular websites. One is TMZ. When you initially load up the site, um, there are no there is no navigation bar, but as I scroll downwards, the navigation bar appears. This is obviously a JavaScript trick again. Okay, another one is a theme by Elegant Themes, the Vertex one. So we start initially with the navigation bar on top. As we move down, there it is, it appears again. So move all the way up, it's there, start moving down, it disappears, and it comes. Again, this is obviously a JavaScript trick. Alright, so this is not the only thing I'll be showing you. I'll be showing you a couple of other things as well. So let me start. Let me start with a JavaScript trick. I've got an Artisteer template over here. The way this particular JavaScript is going to work, it's going to scroll everything up, but when it reaches on top, it's going to keep the navigation bar always on site. So here we go. Okay, nice and simple. Now, if you want to see the script, if you want to get the script, all you have to do is go to the page source, and there are two scripts that work at the in the footer area. So there's the first one, and there's the second one. Okay. Now, personally, if I can avoid JavaScripts, I will, and I did. And I've got three examples of straight up CSS techniques here. This is the first one. Now, I'm not going to keep the just the navigation bar, but I'm going to keep the entire header. It was a pretty easy thing to do because in all of the three examples I'm going to show you, I have the navigation bar inside the menu. So all you have to do is keep the inside the header. So all I have to do is keep the header static. So since the navigation bar it's inside the header, that's going to stay as well. So if I scroll down, there it is. I had to make a very small change to the responsive CSS file to make it work. Basically, when it came to the height um, in the responsive .css style, it was saying auto. All you have to do is I had to change it. Sorry, the width, not the height, or the height. I don't remember right now. I had to change it from auto to 100%, and in some cases 98%. So basically, all I had to do is change the auto. There's a first example. And there it is in responsive mode. I had configured my artisteer to shoot out uh, any of the templates to shoot up the word menu next to the hamburger over here. That's called the hamburger, the button that opens the responsive menus. Um, some people were actually clicking on the menu. It wasn't very clear. Right now it's displayed on the left side. If I change the alignment to the right side, it wouldn't come here, but it would come to the right of it. So one of the things that I'm doing is actually writing the word menu inside the hamburger that you're gonna see in the next example. So that's one template. Let me bring up the next template. This one over here. Okay, same thing, but now I've got the menu in here, which works perfectly. And I've got a couple of more things that I've done to this template. The first thing that I've done is put an animation to the submenus. That's a little CSS trick. And I made the animation really slow. In real life, I would make it a little bit harder, a little bit faster. And everything works. All the subpages work. So that's an animation. The third thing that I've done through CSS, every single image automatically is going to have a shadow, as you can see. The only image that doesn't have a shadow, it's the first one, because I also put a class to remove the shadow from an image if you wanted to. So all the images throughout the website, if you use the img tag, it's automatically going to inherit a shadow. And if you want to remove the shadow for whatever reason, all you have to do is add the class no shadow to it, like this one. So this image has the class no shadow. Little an easy CSS trick to make your images jump out of the page, make them 3D, they look better. And of course the last item is adding, I already talked about the word menu in it. Okay, that's another example. And of course the header is static, so it always stays on the page. And finally, the last example is no, we already did this. It's this one. Yeah. So again, all the images have the shadow. You have the scrolling. We have the static header. And now instead of the word menu, I have the word navigation. And in order for it to fit, I had to change the width of the hamburger over here. And all the magic, everything happens in the CSS file. That's some of the things that I'm doing. Most of my themes are not going to look like this. This were just randomly generated themes by Artisteer. And most of my WordPress premium themes, they're not going to have just some of the CSS tricks that I showed you that you can use, of course, in for your quicker site websites. But a lot of the tricks, a lot of the things that I'm adding on manually have to do with PHP and has to do with have to change the behavior of WordPress. Those who are interested, I will reveal those codes and the things that I'm doing next week. And I'm also gonna explain next week why it's taking too long for me to start the new website, releasing those themes. All the quicker set themes will be free. All the um, probably I'm gonna have Joomla uh, templates gonna be free. I'm gonna have all the WordPress themes that are going to be free, but I'm gonna be charging a yearly membership fee for the premium WordPress themes. Those are the themes that I'm actually adding a lot of code to the artist tier themes. Uh, that's it from now. I'm not going to go into the detail explaining how everything works. You have access to the templates that I showed in this short video. If you have any questions, have to do certain thing, all you have to do is ask for it, and then I'll start explaining. Um, expect my new videos sometime next week.